has blundered their way into another controversy by calling Frieren and Dungeon Meshi both isekais. Isekai has been a really popular, and some could say, like me, overbearing, as it takes up so many anime in the seasonal shows list. It's most commonly defined as an isekai is a story where characters are transported to another world. Now, Frieren and Dungeon Meshi are both stories that take place in their home worlds. No one ever leaves their current reality. IGN, though, of course, states, according to Tokyo-based Twitch streamer Selena, isekai means the story that takes place in a totally different world from our real world, meaning classic fantasy shows wouldn't consider to be isekais like Record of Lodoss War and the contemporary anime like Delicious in Dungeon, and Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, could be considered isekai. Turns out the anime community's popularized the definition of isekai is referring to its subgenre. She goes later on to define that, which we'll talk about later on. Now, this isn't even the first time IGN refers to Dungeon Meshi as an isekai, they also call it in their review. Anime has been taking an earnest step toward exploring the fantasy genre by creating isekai, stories where modern characters are whisked away into a fantasy world. No one in Dungeon Meshi, in the 13 or 14 episodes that are out by the time this video comes out, have been transported to another world. This is just their home. So, since isekai has been added to the Oxford Dictionary, what does it say?
A Japanese genre of science or fantasy fiction featuring a protagonist who is transported to or reincarnated.
A non-Japanese speaker, a fucking weeb if you will, have a place to say about a Japanese word. Well, isekai has become a Japanese colloquialism to mean a character transported to another world, as Oxford Dictionary has so pleasantly stated. Now, Selena's definition, while of course may be accurate from a Japanese understanding of things, is that you could use it to describe almost all of fiction, let alone all of anime, as an isekai, for what is a world different than our own. We generally have an idea of what each of those means. That is, by definition, alien to our world. It's another world. It just has different rules and expectations set up. I don't think Death Note's an isekai. And of course, I'm nitpicking extremely hard, but is the fantasy genre not another genre? Does isekai just mean fantasy? I did some digging and I found that it just translates to another world as well, though of course, I could be 100% wrong about this. So don't quote me. Though Twitter being Twitter, the community notes hit IGN with isekai literally means different world in Japanese. The Oxford Dictionary says isekai is a genre where a protagonist is transported to or reincarnated into a different, strange, or unfamiliar world, which is in line with the word's definition of Japanese. So even the community notes is on my side. Once again, go VTubers who don't speak a lick of Japanese. Get fucked. Though, there is one more thing from this article that no one else is talking about from IGN's article. Nintendo and Illumination's The Super Mario Bros. Movie is the second most successful isekai movie ever, coming second to Studio Ghibli's Golden Globe and Oscar award-winning film, The Boy and the Heron. Now, this is obviously 100% big propaganda by Studio Ghibli. The Boy and the Heron is the most successful isekai movie ever? No. There is one correct answer, and it is not The Boy and the Heron that is the most successful isekai movie ever. There is objective fact to this. Objective fact, people. You on the Malibu beach! The answer is Barbie. What other movie do people go to another world to experience the new world and then bring the people back? It's a dual-weight isekai. It's a double-layered isekai where people go to another world and then the humans come to their world. It's the world where dolls are real and real people are dolls. I hear you all. But what about Avatar? Yeah, because they literally go to an alien planet. Is everything an isekai? What is the cutoff between what does it mean to be an unfamiliar world? I don't know the answer to these questions, people. All I know is it's Barbie. What is a true isekai? It's not Avatar. Barbie. All right, I've gone on a completely wrong tangent. I have lost my mind completely.